I'm drinking green, just regular green tea.
Okay. Just setting up we record this. I'm just setting up the recording. As soon as YouTube says that we're good to go. And green tea. Okay, I can close that. And let's go back here. All right, so we are recording. We're at 6:56. We're going to go direct right at the top of the hour. We have 333 people signed up.
Nice.
This is a regional, 7 states. Um, let's see, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa.
Okay.
I don't know whose idea it was to make those that collection, but that is who we have.
Yeah.
And
That's a good
typically,
nice region.
yeah, typically we'll get about half of the people who register actually show up. This has been very consistent over the years.
Mhm.
That we get about 50%. So I'm going to do my 90-second score commercial and then turn it over to you. I'll be in the background. I'll monitor chat. I'll try and answer any routine questions like, are we getting the slides? Yes, you're getting the slides.
Awesome.
And stuff like that. And then at the very end, I'll come back for 30 seconds and just say, if you stuck around this long, you will get the slides and you will get uh, a link to the recording. It takes about a week to get the recording up on YouTube. We hand it off to a contractor who puts it on our website, and then the link goes out. This will be distributed, by the way, to all of 36 chapters in the 7-state region.
Okay.
This will be pushed to their websites. When we do a regional, that's what happens.
Nice.
And
Do you
let's
know if the
see.
other one later this month is regional?
I don't have my calendar in front of me, so I'm not.
Mm. Oh, I was told to ask you, this is just me last minute thinking, we don't have to talk about it right now. I want to do some in-person workshops in Cleveland, like
Okay,
at libraries or whatever, and I know you guys still do that, so
we
maybe if we
do.
get that off the way.
Let's see. Bob Cohn has set these up. Mil Sierra was doing it, but he has left his leadership role at SCORE to return to mentoring. So I'm not sure who's doing it, but let me bring that up. We have a regular events committee meeting on Thursdays,
Mhm.
and let me make a note in person. I have to tell you something, Lindsay. The in-person workshops are poorly attended, and
I understand.
we stopped doing them because we just felt that for the 3 or 4 people who showed up was great for them, but it was a lot of effort for us.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll have to
Uh,
talk about it. I might be able to wrangle some humans in there for us. Maybe we can
okay,
do a
all right.
partnership.
What part of the Cleveland area are you in?
I'm in Independence, which is
Okay.
fortunate. That means I'm everywhere. I'm 20 minutes
Uh,
from anywhere in Cleveland.
all right. We have done a lot of work with the Lorraine Public Library and the Westlake Library. But
Yeah.
the Westlake Library is absolutely, I'm stunned by what a beautiful library is.
It,
Almost as good as the Mayfield Heights Library.
it's incredible. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Okay. Gwen House, our admin, is joining us,
Okay.
and she'll be on in just a second. She would very much wanted to see your session.
Okay,
Uh,
good. Be
there's
fun.
Gwen. Gwen, good evening. How are you? Oh, she disappeared. All right. And we are at 7 o'clock. Okay,
Yeah,
gonna
take us
fire it
away.
up and get going. Good evening, everybody. This is SCORE Cleveland. I'm here with Lindsay Sims McKee, who's our presenter tonight. She's going to tell you how to put your business on YouTube. You might want to know anecdotally that Google has told us that the number of people searching for stuff on YouTube exceeds the number of people searching via text. And we have become a very visual society. So this is going to be really super stuff. We're going to take just a minute to let a few more people get on. I know we said we're going to start at 7. I always like to give one more minute. I'm going to do a 90-second commercial on SCORE because we're the sponsors of this. I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay. I'll be in the background. Keep an eye on the chat. If you have questions, you can put it in the Q&A. It's better if you put the questions in the chat. It's easier to see it and respond to it. So down at the bottom, you'll see that. And with that, we are going to go off to the races. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, Lindsay, can you see my slides?
Yes, I can.
Okay, here we go. All right, SCORE. SCORE is a big deal for us. And SCORE's mission is to foster vibrant small business communities through mentoring and education. And we are open to every person who approaches us. We do not make any distinction of any kind. And we want to help everyone who comes to see us to be able to thrive as a small business owner. Small business drives the national economy through job creation, business formation, wealth building, and small businesses are critical to vibrant communities in our society. All SCORE services are free. You will never be charged in Cleveland for a SCORE service, and our volunteers give their time and knowledge and expertise to help others. SCORE has a large network of free volunteers. And if you're outside the Cleveland area, just go to score.org. And if you want a mentor, you can click on the website where it says request a mentor, plug in your zip code, and it will direct you to the nearest SCORE chapter where you can then request a mentor. And no matter what stage your business is at, SCORE has a mentor for you. And I've just told you about how to get a mentor, so I'm going to slip to the next slide. SCORE is for all. SCORE empowers all entrepreneurs to succeed. This is our website. And you'll see right there where my cursor is going, find a mentor. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Just open that up and plug in your zip code, and you are good to go. As I mentioned earlier, our services are free. We do receive a very small amount of money from the Small Business Administration, which helps us a great deal, believe it or not. We make those dollars work very hard for us. There are over 10,000 volunteers around the country in over 200 chapters. SCORE is now 60 years old, and we expect to continue for another 60 years. We certainly hope so. We want to thank our sponsors. We also receive both cash and in-kind services from Cleveland Neighborhood Progress, Truax Law, Grow Capital, PNC Bank, Key Bank, Community Foundation of Lorain County, Comstar Community Credit Union, and Wells Fargo Bank. This is how you can get to the SCORE website. If you're not watching this on your phone, if you're watching this or a tablet and you have them handy, bring it up now and point it at this QR code. And lo and behold, the SCORE website web link, which you can see below, www.score.org, will take you right there. I'm going to repeat that for those of you who are watching this on your phone, if you have something to write it down with, www.score.org. And with that, I am done, and I'm going to stop sharing. And Lindsay, the screen is yours.
Awesome. I love that so many people are already in the chat sharing. So, so hello everyone. I can't type into the chat. You can hear me though, so that's the best way for you to hear my I can't believe that so many of you are here and I know you already. I'm really excited about that. So so hey y'all, hey Dr. Brandy, hey Tom, hey everybody. And if you're like, how does she know all these people? Like all of cohort 33 apparently is in the chat right now. And if you are from cohort 33, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not though, go ahead in the chat, tell me who you are, where you're from, and what your business is. Just like we see Randy did, Basil and Rex Dog Products here. Sup, Randy. Randy and I have done this before, so he knows. Or they. I don't know if Randy is a they or she or a he because I don't know Randy outside of their name. But Randy is telling us she. Thank you, Randy. Randy is like, I'm here. We've done this before. Denise, cohort 32. Look at this. I know all of you. Go ahead, put it in the chat. Tell me who you are, what your cohort is, if you're from 10KSB, because we are all family here. And I also want to know where you are because there's apparently a ton of you. Hey, Judy, a ton of you from all over, like different states and all over the place. So go ahead. We got Pittsburghans in the room. We got people from Newark. We got people from Cleveland. That's awesome. Oroville. So yeah, just give it to us. Tell us who you are in the chat. I want you all to get to know each other. Because this is like a great networking opportunity. I hope. I hope. Oh, thank you, B, for telling me you're Barry. So all of you who know, because I will call you by name in the chat. So if you don't tell me who you are, it's gonna make it real hard. Some of y'all are logged in as your children. I know because I have done this before. And so you look at the name, you're like, I don't know why it says Jeffy. That's because you're logged in as your kid. So just let me know if I'm saying your name wrong. I will always try to correct it. Thank you. I love that we have an author in the house, Barry's Poetic Sessions. Sandra, who is in Miami, Florida. Did you say oh, you're from Miami. You're probably not in Miami right now. I mean, maybe you are. That would be great. Okay. So you guys are doing a great job. Keep it coming. I love that. Because I want to know all about your businesses. I'm going to use your businesses as examples. That's the reason why I know Randy's name so well, is because I've used Randy's business, Basil and Rex, before as examples. So if you're here and you want me to like talk about you, think about you, put whatever information, use you in my examples, make sure you put your name and your like information in the chat so that I can call you up because I have the chat up in front of me over here. I have two screens. So you see me look to the whatever side this is for you, left or right. Then you'll see, Judy, you're retiring. Okay, Judy, you and I have to get together for coffee. It's been way too long. Okay, Vanessa's a life coach, pastor, and author. We got Tisha. Okay. So I'm going to jump in and talk about YouTube because we got a lot to cover and we only have an hour. And I love to tell you everything I know. This is my job. I'm going to try to give you as much information as possible. In advance, though, I want everyone to know that this is being streamed live right now on YouTube. So if for some reason you're like, I want to rewatch this immediately, you can head over to Score Cleveland. I'm going to try to pull up their YouTube channel because I always have it available. It's youtube.com. I can't pop it into the chat. I'm so used to popping it into the chat. So I'm going to pop it into the chat and see if one of our lovely co-hosts here will give it to the rest of y'all. That is the YouTube channel for Score. I just put in the chat. I think that either Dan or Gwen is going to be able to drop that in there for you. But that is where it's streaming right now. So if you want to, thank you. If you want to, you can go ahead and drop like over there after this and rewatch this immediately. It's great. It's great. It's fantastic. Okay, so let's get started. We got a lot to cover. So I'm Lindsay. I forget, y'all don't all know me. There's like 100 and some of y'all here. So not everyone here knows me. I met Liz before. I don't know. Maybe I have. But I'm Lindsay. It's nice to meet you. I am the Ohio Grow with Google digital coach. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm the Ohio Grow with Google coach, and I'm also the lead faculty for the 10,000 Small Businesses program at Tri-C. That's why you see all those people saying, cohort this, cohort that. Those are my peeps. They know me personally. And then if you want to reach me outside of this workshop, you can reach me at Lindsay Sims at Google, not Gmail, google.com. I am the slowest email responder on the planet. Anyone in here who has emailed me knows that. But I'm a slow, but not a no. So if you email me, you will get a response at some point in the future. But honestly, the best answer is to message me on LinkedIn. So if you want to connect with me, I'm Professor Lindsay, basically everywhere, or you can just Google my name, Lindsay Sims. You can find me in the internet. LinkedIn is my jam. I'm there all the time. So if you like, Tom messaged me earlier and was like, I'll see you tonight. And I'm like, yes, you will. So if you are one of those people who's also on LinkedIn all the time, you can always hit me up over there because it's literally in a tab open on my other screen right now. So I don't email constantly, but apparently I'm always on LinkedIn. Okay, why YouTube? Dan has already given us a little bit of a preamble as to why YouTube. YouTube is fast becoming the #1 streaming service in the world. And when I say fast becoming, what I mean by that is that more people are starting to watch YouTube as TV. Like they're literally watching it to replace television. And I have been doing that for years. Like I am one of the many millennial slash Gen X people who really loves watching YouTube. And so I watch YouTube hours a day, like the same amount normal people watch regular TV, I watch YouTube. So I completely understand it. YouTube shorts are getting 70 billion with a B daily views. Thank you, Renisha. Also, like, I mean, somebody's got to be watching YouTube too. It's got 500 plus hours of content uploaded every minute. And remember, with YouTube, there is a huge bias towards new content. So if you're like, oh, there's been so many videos about dogs, there's so many authors on YouTube already. Yeah, but a lot of people really want the new stuff. They want your perspective, they want new information. And so that's part of the reason why YouTube is still a really, really fantastic platform for you to join. And then there's people all over the world. So if you have something that you're trying to share beyond our 7 states that are here in this workshop right now, then YouTube is a great place to really get that information out there. Even if you don't, if you want to share it locally, it's still great to be on the platform. We have someone from one of our more recent cohorts who just had their little announcement from YouTube that they have finally had over 1 million views on their channel. It's huge. It's amazing. And she is a physical therapist who helps people with dizziness. So she's not doing anything that, I'm going to say air quotes, special, right? Like it's not special, but it is extremely special to all the people that she is helping overcome dizziness, right? That is amazing. And so we want to make sure that we are not pretending that YouTube is just one tool and just one thing. It's a lot of things to a lot of people. And we're going to talk about a lot of the different ways. And I'm going to do, as per usual, show and tell. Y'all know I can't just show y'all a presentation. That's just not how I roll. So we're going to show and tell. So first things first, let's talk about creating the channel because creating a YouTube channel can be a little bit complicated. The very first thing you need to know about creating a channel is this. It does not, under any circumstances whatsoever, matter what email address you use to start your channel. So if you are currently working with an email address that you started in, I don't know, 1998 when you graduated from college or whatever, or not high school. Like if you have a YouTube, is like, or your Gmail is like Lindsay at, Lindsay, you know, Sims McKee at 1990, whatever. It doesn't matter. None of that matters whatsoever. It doesn't matter what the address is. It doesn't matter how embarrassing or how not embarrassing. No one ever sees it. No one ever sees the email address that you use to sign up for your account. What is important is that the address you use is one you will always have access to. So that's the reason why I say use the personal one. Use the one that you started back in 2002. Use that one because if you don't use a personal one, the biggest risk you have is losing access to the other one. So if you're me and you go through 12,000 business changes a year and like you change the name of your business constantly, which I don't actually, but I am changing it this year. So if you're doing that and you might lose access to that old email address because you're not going to pay for that domain anymore, then you have your YouTube channel set up with that domain, then you stop using it, then you lose access to your YouTube channel. So it's always a good idea to just use an email address that is going to stick with you for a while, if not forever, because no one sees it. No one sees it at all. The biggest challenge is what if when you go to log into YouTube, this little create a channel thing isn't there? If you are ready, if you're excited about this and you want to follow along, follow along. I want you to open up a tab and let's go for it. If you go into YouTube right now and you click in right underneath your name, so I'm going to pop over to YouTube, make sure that y'all can see where I'm doing here. Okay, you can see me. So I am plugged in, but my internet is moving slow tonight. So we got my face there and I click on it and I see view my channel. I got Google account and I got switch accounts. You see how it does not say anywhere in here, start channel or create a channel, which is what it says over here on the workshop. It says create a channel. If you have ever in your life created a YouTube channel, you are not going to see this create a channel. So if you're following along with me, you're going to see something that looks like what I'm showing you right here, which means that you're not going to have the ability to, oh, good, Randy. dropping in that YouTube channel. I love that. So you're not going to have that create a channel thing here. What I want you to do is click in the switch and see all the channels that you might have access to. These are the channels that you have access to when you click into that account. If there's something there and you're like, I don't want to use that channel, I really do want to create another channel, your best option is actually to go to your YouTube account. The best way to get there is youtube.com/account. I'm going to drop that into the chat for everyone because this used to be called Channel Switcher. It's not called Channel Switcher anymore. But if you go into YouTube account, it has the ability to add or manage channels. So if I click on add or manage channels, thank you, it will give me all the channels that are associated with me, and it'll give me the little plus button to add a new channel. So there we go, create a channel. And then these are the channels that are associated with that email address that I'm logged in as. Every email address you're logged in as will have this option. So again, remember which email address you're using to start your account because it really matters. I'm not just harping on this for no reason. If I was logged into a different email, I would see a different set of channels, which is I'm going to switch now so that you can see what I mean by that. So if I'm in the account and I am logged in under a different email address, I'm going to get a different set of channels. If you're logged in, you might not see anything. It might show nothing because you are logged in under the wrong email address. And I cannot tell you how often I have gotten people consulting with me who swear that Google deleted their YouTube channel. And I'm like, Google will let you have an unused YouTube channel for literally ever. Like they are not stealing your YouTube channel. But what happened is you probably had the YouTube channel under an email address you no longer have, or it was under email address that you haven't logged in under in a really long time. Renisha, you can have up to, I think, 100 channels. Like, you can have a lot of channels. Please don't have 100 channels. These are channels that I manage for other people. That's what you're seeing there. So that's not me managing all of those channels. Christina, the answer to your question is, she says, can you change your email address? The answer is that you can actually manage your YouTube channel with multiple email addresses. So because I have a personal, like a channel for my business, which is Certified Marketing Pro, I actually have that channel being managed by my email address that's associated with my business, and my email address is associated with my personal, which is the reason why if you see me open it up over here, you will see the Certified Marketing Pro channel show up twice because it's the same YouTube channel. So it is right there, Certified Marketing Pro. And then it usually is up here. It's just not, you're not seeing it because there's a little space for view all channels. When I go back to channel switcher, it'll show all the Certified Marketing Pro. So that's your answer, Christina. You can actually manage under multiple, you can manage one channel with multiple email addresses, which is the real answer. You don't want to just have your, you kind of want to have both. So it's not showing up for some reason, but it is there. Okay. So that is the basics of getting started. You want to make sure that you are starting your YouTube channel with an email address that you are going to always have access to. Why doesn't it merge it? No, because you can actually have like LJ, if for some reason you were going to like hire me to help you with your YouTube channel, you wouldn't want to give me your email login information. You would just want to give me administrative access to your channel so that I could manage things without having your specific email address and login. So that's the reason why you have the ability to actually manage channel information. All YouTube channels have the ability for you to do that. So if you have a YouTube channel and you hire someone, an intern or someone to help you, you do not have to give them your email address. You can actually add them to your channel as an administrator or an editor or content creator, and then they will have access to do the stuff. That's the reason why you see so many YouTube channels under my name. I don't own all those channels. Most of those are client channels. So can you bring over content from your personal YouTube to your business page? Absolutely, and we will talk about that in a minute. Can you create a channel with the YouTube alternative, Rumble? I don't know anything about that, whoever said that question. So I don't know, honestly. Okay, so I really do know about Rumble, but we're not going to talk about that here. We're only talking about YouTube. I'm going to talk about what you can do with Rumble. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so let's just stick with YouTube for tonight, one platform at a time. Now, the biggest deal about YouTube that's different from other platforms is that YouTube lets you change basically any and everything about your channel whenever you want. Most, air quotes, social media networks do not let you do that. So if you have any other social accounts and you go to try to change your name or something like that, they are going to tell you a hard no, or they're going to make it extremely difficult. But with YouTube, it's actually really easy. So I'm just going to go back over to, if it lets me, go back over to YouTube. I'm just trying to get straight to YouTube. I don't need to be in an account anymore. There we go. And of course, I'm typing YouTube in wrong because I'm dyslexic. Most of you know that it happens. I let my dyslexic fingers do whatever they're going to do sometimes. Okay, so when you're in YouTube, the best way to access your YouTube channel, and I'm going to go into my Real Certified Marketing Pro YouTube channel so you can actually see it, is, oh, there's Score. There, I'm a Score subscriber, so you'll actually see whenever we go live. That's me talking about this topic right now. I'm gonna go, you know what? I'll go into my Professor Lindsay account just to show you. So I can go view my channel. And when you click on view your channel, it takes you to what your channel looks like for other people. Currently, my YouTube channel has no like public videos on them. You'll see in a second that I actually do have videos, but they're not public. So if I want to get to the point where I can customize my channel, a reminder for everyone, I'm showing you what to do. You click on this little customize channel button, and it opens up a new tab and takes you over to the YouTube Creator Studio. You can also type in studio.youtube.com and get straight here. But like I said, if you manage multiple YouTube channels, it's just going to default to whichever the first one is. It won't automatically take you to the channel you want to go to if you manage multiple channels. So if you've ever started one in the past, if you click on studio.youtube.com, it will not necessarily take you to the one you want to go to. So the best way to go is just type in youtube.com, go to the account, and then switch down to the one that you want to go to. That's my advice. This little area here is over here on the bar. It's called customization. In the customization area is where you can change basically everything related to your YouTube channel. You can upload a new photo. And the cool thing about it is that when you create your new banner for your YouTube channel, it gives you the dimensions 2048 by 1152. This banner is actually used on everything. It's used on the phone, it's used on your computer, it's also used on the TV. So as someone who watches TV and watches YouTube as TV, this is great because if people actually use the whole picture, I get to see a lot of cool stuff sometimes that you don't always see if you're on your phone. I'm going to show you real quick what that means. So I have a banner, maybe I'll show you. We'll see what actually I have on my computer because I want to show you a picture. Ooh, I do. I was going to say I might have my banner for my social covers for my new brand. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because the dimensions are specific. So that 2048 by 1152, with this, you can see here, this little window in the middle, that is what the majority of people are going to see. You see how it says here, all devices? That is what people are going to see if they're on their phone, if they're on their TV. This is what everybody's going to see. So if you don't have your banner in the right dimensions, like it cuts off my the actual name of the business, it cuts off the logo. So I would want to make sure that I put this banner in the dimensions of Google so that I can make sure everyone sees the whole logo and the whole name of the business and all that jazz. So don't just assume once you go to upload your custom banner art, it will actually show you desktop, TV, it'll show you what people can see. So you don't have to put something in there that everyone's not going to be able to actually see the whole thing. So make sure everyone can see it. The next thing you want to do is put in some sort of profile picture. For most of us, so if you're Dr. Brandy, I'm going to use her as an example. Dr. Brandy is going to want to put her lovely and amazing face in this little picture thing. She is not going to want to put in here a picture of her logo because in reality, Dr. Brandy is the face of her business. If you find her on LinkedIn, she's a great example of someone who is using her own personal brand to like amplify her business, right? So you do not want to put something in here. If you're the face of your brand, you want to put your face in this area. If you're Tom, on the other hand, and you have a winery, you might want to put a really good photo of the winery in this section or the logo for the winery because that's going to be more recognizable than Tom's face. Not that Tom's face is not lovely and amazing, because it is, but it is not the thing that people recognize first when they think of his winery. So what's the best format to make the banner? It's right here. Use that 2048 by 1152. And if you go over to Canva, which is where you probably are going to make this banner, Canva actually has the YouTube banner size as one of their options. So you can just make it that size. And then when you come over here and pop it in, it will have exactly like the dimensions of where your logo and icon, your face, whatever you're going to put in there. It should all be in that one little section that says everybody can see this. That's how you want to make it, like design it. Okay, and then, like I said, you can change everything. If I wanted to, at this moment, I could change this little @handle to say Lindsay L. Sims. I'm not going to because I don't want to lose Professor Lindsay. That's what people call me. So I want to keep Professor Lindsay, but if I wanted to change it to Professor Lindsay Sims, I could. YouTube does not quite care what your handle is. So if you are Score, I'm going to use Score as an example right now. Score Cleveland's handle is Score Mentors Cleveland 7077. If they wanted to right now, they could go in there and delete the 7077 because Score Mentors Cleveland is good enough. The 7077 was just the little numbers that were added when they first created their account. So they could delete that off of there now and just be Score Cleveland. They could be Score Cleveland. They could even remove the mentors. They want to keep the mentors though, because Dan didn't say this, but he always says this. If you go Google Score Cleveland, it's going to give you the latest score from like the Cavs. It's not going to give you the Score Cleveland. Like, so you have to put the mentors in there. That's a really good idea, right? And then your description. You guys, you can write as much as you want. You got 1,000 characters here. So write a description. We'll show you other channels that do this really well. And then this channel URL, if you started a YouTube channel a long time ago, back in the old days, you could change your channel URL to be like youtube.com/channel/Professor Lindsay, right? Like you could change it to say that. But nowadays, they actually have it so that you can't do that. But that's very much on purpose. Oh, Dr. Brandy using that value proposition. That's exactly what you want to do. So you want to put something really cool in there that's about your business and about what you offer. And then your channel URL, it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because if you can see here, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/@Professor Lindsay. So whatever your handle is, that's what your YouTube channel is. It's youtube.com/@ whatever you put in there. The channel URL is the thing that's underneath that. It's like cloaked behind your @ handle. YouTube has made very smart decisions. So now you can change that channel handle whenever you want, but the URL that's actually under there stays the same. It's how people can find you no matter what. It's very, very nice. Okay. Love that. And then for links, you can add in links to whatever you want. I'm going to show you another channel that has tons of links. And then for those of you who were initially concerned about the email address thing, this is the reason why I said it doesn't matter, because the email address that you want people to find you at, you put that in here. So if your YouTube channel is under, again, your Lindsay Sims college name that you started your Gmail account with, you can just let that be and then put in Lindsay@certifiedmarketingpro.com or whatever the email address is that you want people to use. You can stick that in here as your contact information. And then you can also add in here, if you want to, your little logo in the corner so that you have like a little video watermark. I highly discourage most businesses from doing this watermark thing because it can be really obnoxious. There's a couple of exceptions. If you're starting a podcast, go ahead, use the watermark, because likely the content that's going to be on the screen is just going to be a face, like your face and maybe a guest. So it's not really all that distracting to have a logo in the corner. But if you are starting a YouTube channel that's about something else, where the content is going to be moving images of different sorts and sizes, having that little logo in the corner can be extremely distracting. I'm like, I hate it when the logo's in the corner and I'm trying to see something that's over there and the logo is over the thing. So it totally depends on the kind of content you're putting out there, whether or not you want to have that little video watermark at the bottom. Okay. Okay, so that is channel customization. Channel customization is extremely important, but also you can change it. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, I need to know exactly what I want to put in there before I start my channel. You could do this right now and then change it tomorrow. So there is no harm in picking something, deciding, okay, training videos, Dr. Brandy, also count, especially as long as there's nothing Not like there's not going to be anything where the logo is going to end up being over the thing that you have on the screen. So if the logo ever interferes with page numbers or anything, then don't do the watermark. It's only if it's like everything on the screen is going to be at the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen is going to be basically empty, then you can stick your watermark in there. Good question. You guys are asking good questions. Don't forget to use the chat, y'all. I told y'all, use the chat, ask questions. I'm here for it. Okay, so like I said, you can get to your channel via the YouTube Studio. And then once you're in there, you are going to, oh, the hacking thing. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. So once you're into the YouTube channel or whatever, you can start changing how it looks to other people. So I haven't gone to anyone else's YouTube channel, but I'm going to show you real quick one of my favorites. So I'm going to teach you a little trick here. If you want to go straight to a YouTube channel for someone and you don't know the channel handle, you can type in youtube.com and hit colon space and then type in their name. So I'm going to type in Tom Ferry. And now it's going to take me to youtube.com. It's only going to give me options for YouTube and Tom Ferry. Look at that. It came up first. So this is why I do that, because it makes it super easy to go straight to someone's channel. And it is youtube.com at Tom Ferry. Tom Ferry is a like real estate coach. I'm going to go from the very beginning. And I'm going to put the little pause on him talking. The reason why I wanted to show you his channel is because this person, Tom Ferry, does pretty much everything you want to do with a YouTube channel. He does it right. And so if you're wondering a good example of how to make your channel look, this is a good example of what to do with your channel. So Tom Ferry is like Dr. Brandy. He is the face of his business. The name of his business is even his own name. So his face is everywhere in this brand. That is perfectly appropriate. There are other brands where that's not the case and you do not want to put your face on everything. That's also perfectly appropriate. I'm just saying that if you are the face of your brand, don't shy away from using your face on your YouTube channel, okay? So we got the ad handle, we have the subscribers, but here's the links. This is part of the reason why I wanted to show this. In that description area, I said you got a lot. I think it might actually be 1,000 words, not 1,000 characters. It's a lot. And so he has a little pipe in here to explain if you want to do advertising, here's how to contact me. Here's information about me and my business. And then remember where I had like the one link area? You can put as many links in there as you want. So you have his website, his Facebook, his Ask Me Anything via Libby, his coaches page, his Twitter account, his Instagram, the Instagram for his coaching business, the LinkedIn for his coaching business, the TikTok for him, his podcast, which is actually a YouTube podcast, and all the information about his YouTube channel. That is what fills in when you fill in that area that we just talked about with all the at handle and your description and your links and your emails. All of that is populated in the about section. So if you fill in all this about section stuff, then you get tons of great information in there. Now, I said you can also organize how the channel shows up. So the layout, the feature sections, all that jazz. Let me come back to the back end because I want to show you where to do that. You do that in a section called your home tab. In your home tab, you can customize everything in here and everything that people see. In here, you can add a section for a channel trailer. So when we were over on Tom Ferry's channel, immediately when we clicked into the channel, a video started playing. That's his channel trailer. The channel trailer is any video that you want to use. So you choose what your channel trailer is. And then you can also choose another video. So once people are subscribed, they actually see a different video from you. So it's really great because you can do both. You can have a channel trailer for people who don't know who you are, who haven't subscribed yet. And then you can have a video that is a spotlight video for everyone who has subscribed. It doesn't matter whether you're active or not on your socials. That's a really good question. You can put whatever links you want in there, even your social media, even if you're not that active on it. And then for organizing your channel, you have popular videos, live streams. So if you go over to the Score channel, there's actually a section called live streams. So you can actually see all the live streams. You can see this live stream that we're doing right now. There's also playlists, and there's an area for subscription only content. There's featured channels. So if you are subscribed, let me rephrase that. If you are subscribed to a bunch of channels and you want to show people what you're subscribed to, you can actually turn that on and have a whole bunch of little bubbles of what you're subscribed to, but you can also have a featured channel section. So I love Tom Ferry. I mean, I don't know Tom Ferry that well. I'm not a real estate agent. My husband is. What I love about Tom Ferry is the fact that his channel is so well organized. And you can also have your community clips. So let's go over and show you Tom Ferry's YouTube channel. He's got the channel trailer, and then he has the Tom Ferry Show. So for all of you who are thinking that you want to do a video podcast, the Tom Ferry Show, this is his video podcast. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure this man does video podcasts like every day. Like maybe like once a week. He literally has like 300 something like videos in this podcast link. So this is a playlist that you can play all the Tom Ferry Show. And then he has just all the videos on his channel in order. And then he has the best of, which is a whole playlist that he has created. He has the current shows or current playlists that he has, and he has the past shows. He also has a section so that you can see his shorts. All of those short videos, all of these things are organized and designated by Tom Ferry. He decided that he wanted you to be able to see this information in this order. Everyone who has a YouTube channel gets to decide that. Once you get a certain amount of videos on your channel, you can decide exactly how you want people to see that content. So instead of it just being all videos in order, you decide. It's fantastic. So none of us should feel like, oh, I don't really want to. Maybe you put a whole bunch of videos out on YouTube before in the past, and I know some of you have, but you're not proud of those videos. They're not your best work, whatever, right? Like you just don't love it. You can actually archive, and my archive, I mean, put them in a playlist called archive. And then in that playlist, you just drop that playlist to the bottom of your channel so that anyone who is on your channel can see your archive, but they're all down at the bottom. Like you can get to it later. It doesn't have to be the top content that you're creating. So that's my favorite thing. And then for Tom, one of the reasons why I also like using him is that Tom Ferry is a podcaster, meaning that he does multiple podcasts. You can actually see the multiple podcasts he does, but he also does vlogging. So he has vlogs on his channel where he's just following himself through life. So if you go to this one, behind the scenes, it's a vlog of a speaking engagement that he did in San Antonio a little while ago. He has a like, oh, it's just all of these different types of content. Tom is doing it right. He's not trying to segregate all of his content across multiple channels. He's actually using this channel, this literal one YouTube channel, to house all of his video content. So for all of us as small business owners, please take heed. You do not need 5 different YouTube channels. You can have one. You can have one YouTube channel that does all of the jobs because you can put all of the content in different playlists. You get to organize it. It's up to you. And so that would be my huge advice. Please don't think you need all these different channels because you do not need a ton of channels. You just need to organize your content, especially if that content is about any number of kind of fun things. I wish I could remember the name of the YouTube channel with Jesse and Alessio. I'm going to do my search again. Okay, so YouTube, I'm going to show you these people as a really good example of how you don't have to change anything. Alessio. We'll see what it comes up with. Jesse and Alessio. There we go. That's actually the name of their channel. It's Jesse and Alessio. Jesse and Alessio, the Paisani. It is an Italian man and an American woman who have a very interesting story because he's Italian, but his mother is an American who was raised in Italy. And then he married a woman who's American. It's hilarious. Okay, so you know them too, Judy. Okay, Jesse and Alessio are great. This is their banner. Ciao, y'all. They call everybody ragazzi. Ciao, ragazzi, because ragazzi means people in Italian. They have their members up here at the top of their channel. They have the For You section, which is my favorite thing. And then their entire video, all of their videos are a mishmash of crazy. They're on an IVF journey. So they literally put up videos about their IVF journey. She's put up videos about having endometriosis. She's put up videos about miscarriages. But they also like have Alessio trying food from the Olive Garden and like tasting American ramen for the first time. They also do travel vlogs where they go to like Lake Como and New York. They do everything and they do it all on one channel. So for anyone who feels like, oh, well, I can't share about my IVF journey on my channel about Italy. Honey, yes, you can. These people are proving the point. They got 849,000 subscribers. 849,000 subscribers. so, so if you feel like, oh, I can't mix it up, yes, you can. You can mix it up. Your YouTube channel can be about whatever you want. You do not have to do one thing. Okay. So I told you you can change all the things, adding your channel name, adding your channel description. You can have your banner, your profile image, your spotlight video. As you saw, Jesse and Alessio do not have a spotlight video. That is not something that they do. Oh, I'll show you that in a second. That's a really good question. So let me go back real quick because you guys, someone had a question about getting your YouTube channel hacked. Okay, so there's a couple of versions of reality where someone might have their channel, air quotes, hacked. This is part of what I mean by some people will say YouTube stole my channel or something bad happened with my channel, it went away or whatever. There's a couple of actual things that could have happened. One, the first version of reality is almost always the answer. The email address you were using, you just simply don't have access to anymore. So when you go to log in, that email address is not logged in and you lost the channel. The only way a YouTube channel can get hacked is if your email address gets hacked. And so when I say hacked, I mean actually hacked. So the best way to not get your channel hacked is to not have a really poor password on your email address, because it's literally the only way someone can get access to your YouTube channel is if you add them as an admin, in which case that's not being hacked. That's just fraud. Someone stole from you. That's a person who committed fraud. But if a person who you do not know at all, have never met in the internet, gets into your YouTube channel and does things, is because they had to first get into your email address, because that's the only way to get into a YouTube channel. YouTube channels are extremely secure in reality. So for someone's channel to be hacked, it means that their email address was hacked first. So if that happens to you, you need to get your email address back. That is the thing that was hacked. That's also the reason to kind of be really good about your security. We're going to have cybersecurity workshop at some point this year because everyone needs to brush up on it. And then can you turn off recommendations, autoplay, and all that stuff? Yes. So if you are a person who does not want like advertising to play on your videos and things like that, you can actually turn those settings off. That is a little bit more advanced in this workshop. For the most part, when you're here where you are right now, you do not need to worry about that. For your YouTube channel that you are putting out there into the world, just try to get as many views as you can right now. If you're talking about your personal settings for like how you change so that you don't get certain recommendations, y'all, I watch YouTube as TV. Believe me, I have a highly honed recommendation stream because I cannot stand it when they recommended videos and I'm like, I would never watch that. The biggest hint I can give you is that every single video on YouTube has the ability for you to click on the little three dots and say, never show me this channel again. Or never recommend content like this, because YouTube will try you. They'll be like, do you want to see this? Do you want to see this? No, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see none of that at all. So is it a good idea to add video links? Oh, okay. So Michelle is asking if it's a good idea to support other like YouTubers. Well, this happens all the time. Let me show you another YouTube channel. You guys have great questions. YouTube.com/Maya Elias. So Maya Elias is one of my favorite creators. She's a bit strange because she's an example of someone who her personal brand is bigger outside of YouTube than it is on YouTube, but she still uses YouTube as her home base. She has four different brands on YouTube. And again, no, like there's no shade, no shame in having all of your brands on one YouTube channel. So why am I bringing up Maya? Two things. Interviews with Maya is a playlist. Someone asked earlier if you can pull content from other YouTube channels onto your YouTube channel. The answer is actually, it's really easy. You just create a playlist for that content on your other channel and you share it, or you create it directly in your channel and you share it. So I actually have a playlist of my score workshops that I'm doing right now on my own channel, where it's like, here's the playlist of score workshops that Lindsay has done. And then I can put those up on my channel. So this Interviews with Maya is not just her. This is Donna Wiggins' channel, Marketing by Monray, Harmonious Wealth, Brittany Nicole, School's Over What Now. These are all podcasts this lady has been on, and these are all on her channel. The other thing that she has done is down at the, oh, of course, I'm not going to see it. At the bottom of her channel, she used to have, it used to be there, an actual little set of images of other YouTubers that she follows. So she had a like little creator section that is all people that she admires and that she follows. So you can absolutely add that in to your own channel. Totally. Okay, someone's asking about monetization. Monetization is a really hard topic because it changes all the time. We'll get to that in a second. So I'm gonna hold up. How do you create that? That is actually easy. So how do you create that little thing where you show all these other channels? That's an easy question as long as my internet pops up fast enough. She said, yes, that's what I want to know. You're in the home tab. It's when I say it's really easy, in the home tab, you're going to add the section. And down here where it says featured channels, you literally are just going to go to any channel. So if I wanted to type in Maya Elias and have her be a featured channel, I could create a playlist, like a little section with Maya. I'm going to click on a bunch of these just so that you see, and then hit done. And then it's going to have this little featured thing, and I'm going to even pop it up to the top so you can see it. I'm going to go to I'm going to hit publish, and then I'm going to go to my channel and show you that it should be there right now. It'll just be on my channel. So as soon as you create that little list of featured channels of people that you admire or that you follow or whatever, there it is right there on your channel. So you can do that. Anybody can do that right now. Same thing with the playlist where you create the playlist of content. It's really easy to do and anyone can do it right now. So if you have other content from other people's channels and you want to create a playlist of that content, you can do that. And because you guys are asking for it, I'm going to show you how. So you go into the playlist area and you create a new playlist. All you have to do is create it with titles. So I'm going to say score. I'm going to make sure I do the thing because score is an acronym. Score Cleveland. Score mentor, sorry. Cleveland. And then something workshops that I've done. And then when it says add videos, look at that. I can add videos from, it's going to take a minute. Oh, goodness. I'm going to actually have to have the URL. Let me pull a URL so that I can prove a point. Let me go to a video. As long as I have the video URL, and try not to get it to play very loudly in the big workshop for me. Okay, here. There we go. That is the URL. Oh, come on. Of course, it's not doing it just because I know I want it to. It's really easy. Let me see if I can do it from my other screen because it's not hard to do. And just because I'm trying to show you live, you know how as soon as you're trying to show somebody something, that's when the thing that you try to show them don't work. It's not hard to do. You know what? In the next workshop, I'm gonna have it queued up. This is how I always queue up stuff, is that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it the next time in advance so that you guys can see it. It's really easy. You just create the playlist from the videos that already exist. That's the whole point. You just have to have the URL for the video. You can actually create, just like Maya, like I showed you with Maya, you know it's possible because I just showed it to you. You can create an entire playlist of videos and you don't have to be an administrator or anything like that. It can be a playlist of any content whatsoever. So if it's content like, you know, bachelorette party ideas. I'm going to use this Tom as an example. So with Tom, a lot of people come out to his winery to do bachelorette parties. And so he might have a playlist of bachelorette party ideas. Not that he did. He could just have a playlist of all the wedding humans who have their own wedding channels, and he can pull his favorites and he can say, these are the favorites that we do at our winery. There you go. And so anyone who comes to his channel can get those recommendations of what we do at our winery. I can't breathe. You guys are just asking me too many questions. Somebody's like, breathe. First of all, oh, thank you, Michelle. That might be the answer. I don't have time to do it right now. We only got 10 minutes. Okay. So yes, there will be a copy of the training. Okay. First things first, we got all the channel stuff out of the way. I showed you how to customize things. I showed you that you can put all stuff on your channel. You can change the name, you can change the logo, you can do all the stuff. And YouTube is not persnickety. It will do it instantly, just like you showed me. Just like I showed you. You can do it, and as soon as you get it done, it's going to be on your channel. It's great. The biggest obstacle that most of you have is creating the content itself. We get so consumed with the idea that the content needs to be special that we won't just do the work. And so, what I want you to do is think the camera I have in my hand is better than the future camera that might be recording me, right? So, any future idea of any future camera is not nearly as good as the camera you are holding in your hand, the one that is in your pocket, that one that is sitting on your desk right now, the one that you are scrolling on Instagram with. That camera is better than any camera you might use in the future to record your YouTube channel. Okay? Okay? You got a $1,500 camera right there in your hand. Use the camera you got. It is good enough. Okay? Any ideas that you have that you need to wait until some future idea, that's a bad idea. What you do need to do is have a story. You want to figure out what story you want to tell. I'm going to use Jesse and Alessio as an example because a lot of people get caught up on, well, we're a couple. Is it a YouTube channel about a couple? Is it a YouTube channel about an Italian guy who hates American food? Is it a YouTube channel about travel because we travel to Europe a lot because his family lives there? You know what? It doesn't matter. Each video needs to have its own story, right? Each video. So, what is the story of this video? What is the purpose? And then, who is the star? Jesse and Alessio are perfect examples of this because sometimes the star of their video is their cat. Like, genuinely their cat. And I am not a cat person. I'm not a cat person. I'm allergic to cats. But it is hilarious to me that sometimes the main character in their video is their cat. They were looking for apartments in New York. And the story was, we're looking for apartments in New York under $6,500 a month or something crazy, some crazy New York budget. And they were looking, and I promise you, every single apartment they went to, they were like, this apartment's too small for our cat. Like, that was not too small for them. They were like, our cat's so used to having so much more space than this. And I'm like, then your cat is not going to like New York, right? And so all of these like video ideas and things that you have, what's the story? That's the main thing that you need to think about. If you're a business, there are basically three different types of stories you can tell, and you can tell them over and over and over again because there's different angles, different points that you're going to pull up. Who are you? What do you do? Why do you do it? So when I say, who are you? You could do a video about how you came to open a winery or own a winery. That's about you. Or you could do a video about how you became the people who are training dogs or how you became an author. That's the one video about you. But you can also do a video about the most traumatic experience you had that informed your writing. That or the most exciting and fantastic video, event that happened that informed your writing. That's also about you. All of those videos are about you. So you can do about you videos. You can do what you do videos where you do day in the lives of you going through the motions of doing what you do. So there's all types of ways to do each of these videos. Then there's product or service videos where you show how it works. So if you are a grant writer and you want to show people how the process of grant writing works, you could do 9 million of those videos because there's all these different types of grants. So you could do, how does doing a government grant work? How does doing a private grant work? How does doing an RFP work? How does doing, like, showing what the thing is and then solving a problem? Like, you don't have to go through all of your secret sauce of the things that you do to make it great, but like, how does even looking for a grant that has an RFP work? Like, all these things. What is an RFP? That is a product or service video. So a lot of times we get caught in our heads about what the video should be about. And then lastly, and absolutely most least, the smallest number of videos you should put out on YouTube are promo videos. Videos that are trying to sell something, because the reality is people are coming to YouTube videos for information and entertainment. So your video should be at best informational and at triple best entertaining. So if you can do both at the same time, be informational and entertaining, go team. So Jesse and Alessio aren't just talking about their IVF journey. They're actually talking about the difference between IVF in America and IVF in Italy, how much it costs, how hard it is, all of those types of things. And Jay, if you are scared to be on camera, and by scared I mean scared. I see you. Okay, so you're scared. There's a few things you can think about doing. First of all, don't try to make super long videos. That's not the game. Be short, be concise. And in every video, you should have a call to action. But the call to action can simply be watch this video for more information about fill in the blank thing, right? Right? But there are, for Jay, all of these different ways to make videos. There are selfie videos where you're actually just walking around taking videos of yourself. There's backdrop videos where there's a backdrop behind you, like I have right now. There's voiceover videos where I was literally in my kitchen right before this ranting about a topic. And I was like, you know what? I should start a podcast about this topic and have it be fully off camera, meaning that there's images and maybe some pictures and some videos, but it is not my face because the topic is kind of mean. And even though my voice is distinctive, I know I can give views. I would totally give views on this topic. And that would be a voiceover only because I don't want my face on the camera. Not when I'm talking about that. There's top down videos where you show writing. There's point and shoot where you're shooting another subject. So you're not shooting yourself, you're shooting someone else. There's told with text and animation. And with software nowadays, y'all, you can do animation and told with text videos using AI. Like you don't even got to do much of anything to get those kind of videos created now. When you're creating a video, I'm going to wrap things up pretty quick right now. I love using humor too, Tom. That's why we get along so well. Okay, so so what I want you to think about if you're going to do videos with your face and you're going to show any sort of space, I want you to think about this. It doesn't have to be clutter free because I have watched videos where people were sitting on their bed with a pile of laundry behind them, and the video was not about the laundry. It was a very serious video about a totally different topic, but that's just happens to be where they shot that video. We get overwhelmed with the idea that things have to be perfect. Things do not have to be perfect. The only thing that needs to be good is the sound. People will not, under any circumstances, watch a video that they cannot hear. They will watch a video that they cannot see. So if your video has poor lighting, I mean, like this video right now, my lighting is horrible. I have an overhead light and a ring light. It's horrible. I'm still doing the video. I'm not going to not be on camera, right? Like do the thing because you can hear me. If you couldn't hear me, this video would suck. And so like make sure that the sound is the thing that matters. And if you're going to edit afterwards, YouTube also has an audio library. So if you want to add in, I'm thinking about all of you who are doing classes, if you're doing workshops, if you're going to do demonstrations and you want to add in video and audio, YouTube actually has an audio library of completely Creative Commons available music and sound effects, and they're free. All you have to do is go in there and download them and add them to your videos. And when I say download them and add them to your videos, I mean literally it's that easy. There's a little download button. Now, when you go to create videos, someone asked this question a minute ago. So I want to show you what the process looks like in the last 2 minutes. While I am showing you this process, I want you to tell me in the chat, what did you learn today? Okay, tell me what you learned. What did you know now that you did not know before? That's your price of admission. I done gave y'all a ton of information before I show you how to upload all the different types of videos. Tell me what you learned. Okay, how do I? Camille asking questions. Okay, so I'll get to that in a second, Camille. With YouTube right now, you can do a ton of things. You can upload a video straight. You can go live. You can create a community post. Even if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can make a playlist and you can do a podcast. All of them right under the create button. It's really not hard. And YouTube doesn't care if you do all of these things in one channel. Score has tons of live videos and videos that are pre-recorded all on one channel. It doesn't matter. For monetization, it is a hard topic on YouTube right now because YouTube actually changes their monetization. I'm just gonna Google the policies at this moment. Right now, you have to still right now have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within a calendar year. So it can't be 4,000 total over the life of the channel. In one calendar year, 4,000 watch hours. Now, YouTube has recently changed their monetization policy, as I'm hearing from everyone, and they've changed it so that I think if you're doing shorts, it's lower. but I'm not saying it here. It's no, that's monetization for your channel. I think if you're going with shorts, it might only be 500 subscribers, which is huge. So shorts are great. Shorts are great. If you want to upload YouTube shorts, you notice over here that shorts was not an option because any video that's under 60 seconds is automatically going to be a short. Automatically. So you do not have to do anything special in order to make shorts happen on your channel. Okay, that was a lot. It's not intimidating. Yay! I'm glad you guys learned so much today because I really hate it when I'm like pouring out my whole soul and you're all are like, that was okay. You have better love every minute of this. Okay. Okay. So I have to hand it back over to our good friends at Score. Let me see if I can stop sharing and pop it back over to y'all so you can close us out.
Okay, everybody. Wonderful presentation, Lindsay. Thank you so much. I learned a lot, and hopefully, everyone, by the way, will get a copy of the recording and the slides. It does take us a few days, so I want to thank you in advance for your patience. I want to thank Lindsay for a wonderful presentation and wish everyone a good evening. I'm now going to close the Zoom session. Have a good night. Bye.